Welcome to Steppa the Flatbush Don TV, where we don't glorify the streets, but instead we learn from them. The wise learn from the mistakes of others, while the fool makes the same mistakes over and over, expecting a different result. We all make bad choices, but the greatest among us use the lessons learned to help others avoid the pitfalls of the street, death style, where gold, opiates, and diamonds become God. I am Steppa, your host, if you're new to this channel. Peace, love, development, and unity is our code. Without these four pillars, we are lost. Today's topic is Sluggy Ranks. I ran into Sluggy Ranks in the bullpens, going to court. I think we was waiting to go back but before I get to that, I came home on parole and I got informed on. I was by a dance, I think LP or Fingertone was playing by the Flamingo on Church Avenue, close to Nostrand. I was outside waiting to go in. And to this day, I know somebody informed on me because police came from two ends of the block and closed in on me. I was outside just chilling, not drawing attention, not doing anything, just cooling out like everybody else on the block. There was a dance, so a lot of people was outside in the front. Police came from two different sides of the block and closed in on me. Took me by gunpoint, started searching me. Now, when they searched me, they didn't find nothing. You know why? I had one of these. You know what this is? Anybody who's in the street that was doing their thing know what this is. Right? So I had one of these. But one of the cops got smart. One of the detectives got smart. He went and searched inside my pockets and found like 12 rounds of 357 bullets. So they said, man, we know this guy got a gun. At that time, I had a goose on, leather goose. And I had one of these tucked on my belt. So eventually they zipped down my coat and searched me real careful and took a 357 Magnum off me. Just catching me with that 357 Magnum while I was on parole violated my parole automatically. No ifs, ands, or buts. So I'm going back and forth to court. And I meet Sluggy in the bullpens. I knew who he was Because he used to be by Superpower Records, close to Utica on Church. So I'm in the bullpen just minding my business. And they got 3 jackals in there. They scheming. I'm looking on. But I'm just trying to get some rest. I'm laid back, tired from court, being in court all day. I'm ready to go back to the island, this and that. So now they bored too, so they want wreck. Somehow 2 of them convinced Sluggy to roll on the 3rd dude, which he didn't know was really with them. So they get up. I don't know why he did that. I don't know if he wanted to be down or he was intimidated by these dudes, or I don't know what the situation was. But I know when he went to move along with them on that 3rd man, all 3 of them flipped the script on him. Sluggy jumped up on the benches, trying to defend himself, throwing kicks. So now it's 3-on-1. I don't know I don't know those 3 cats, but I know him. Don't know him personally, but I seen him around. So I had to get involved. So I spit out 2 oxes, told them to back up. They didn't want to listen. So I kicked one in the chest. When I kicked one in the chest, I draped the other one, bust him open. The other one that dropped, I rushed him, and before he could get up, I was just wetting him. He started making a lot of noise. The CO came and all of that. And they basically told. So I caught a right up behind that, this and that. But Sluggy was safe. Years later, we're in cut. I'm in a club called Third World, and Sluggy's there entertaining. Him and a couple other people scheduled to entertain for the night. So I'm in the back section with my brethren, them. We cooling out. So I told one of my homeboys, go bring Sluggy. I want to talk to him, right? Brought Sluggy over. I said, yo, you remember me? And he looking at me. He don't remember. So I ran the scenario down to him. I said, you remember when you was in that bullpen? And them 3 jackals was about to eat your ass. They was about to tear you to pieces. And I intervened on your behalf. You remember that? Oh yes, my brethren. Yes, respect. After that night, during that whole night, Sluggy was buying drinks. Drinks ain't stopped. kept coming. I'm not really a drinker. I might drink a 1 and 2 stout. But I had a lot of boys, I had a lot of homeboys, a lot of virgins there. And he bought them a whole lot of drinks. You know what I mean? So sometimes in life, you don't know what the future holds. At that time, he was no real big artist. He was struggling. But I seen him trying to defend himself. So I had to step in. Normally I don't intervene in people's business, especially when they're not making an effort to do it for themselves. If they're not trying to fight or initiate or defend themselves, I don't get involved. Because you're going to be the last man trying to defend against all three of these dudes while he there looking on and not doing nothing. So I try to avoid them kind of situations. But because he was trying to fight, I had to get involved, and I had to get involved also because he was from Flatbush. And for the most part, dudes from Brooklyn, especially Flatbush, stick together when the odds is against them. You know, forget all the beef that was in the street or whatever. People come together. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Common interest. So that day, Sluggy was saved, and he really appreciated it, and he showed his appreciation. So it wasn't a loss, it was a gain. Lesson learned.